you struggling to get onto the property ladder? Would you want to know how you could potentially borrow more? Well, in this video, we are going to be discussing a broker tip on how you can maximise your borrowing. Hi, this is Sam Ewan from Rosehill Financial Services. If this is your first time watching us, I hope that you do find our content useful, and please do share with anyone who may benefit from watching too. We mainly deal with mortgages in a sort of London and Essex area. So property prices in relation to earnings is generally quite high. So many people do struggle to secure the mortgage that they need for their purchase. This can make things very difficult to get the lending required when you're looking to buy your first home or your dream home. So a joint borrower sole proprietor mortgage could be the solution for you. So what is it? Well, a joint borrower sole proprietor mortgage allows you to add a family member to the mortgage for affordability purposes, but it doesn't add them to the deeds of the property. So to put this simply, you can add, say, a parent to the mortgage application and use their income to help you gain more lending, but they wouldn't actually own the property. So to give you an example, say if your earnings was 25 grand on a consistent basis, lenders may offer you 4.5 times your income, so this would bring us to a maximum lending of £100,000. This would make it very difficult to buy in sort of London and Essex area because house prices are generally pretty high. So unless you had a very large deposit, you may find it a struggle. Now, it's key to point out that there are many factors that go into this, such as your age, your credit history, and your deposit size. But we're just going to make it simple for the purposes of this video. So, adding a parent to the mortgage, say they earn 35 grand. Well, based on this 4.5 times your income, that would actually bring the total lending from 100 grand to 270 grand. So you can see that this can actually boost your lending by a fair amount to be able to help you secure your first property and get onto that property ladder. So this may open up more options for you. Now, that being said, you're not necessarily limited to adding one person to your mortgage. There are some lenders out there that would accept up to 4 applicants on the mortgage application. So if you did really need to maximise that borrowing, although you'll be limited to fewer amount of lenders, it may be the route for you to get onto that property ladder. Now, you might be thinking, why would I go for a joint borrower sole proprietor mortgage when it's going to limit me to lenders when I could just buy with my parent? Now, one of the main advantages to a joint borrower sole proprietor mortgage is that if your parent owns their own property and they were to join you on this mortgage but not be added to the deeds of your property, there would be no additional stamp duty applicable. Whereas if they were to buy a property with you, they would get charged an additional amount in stamp duty. So it just saves you that extra bit of money. Now, there's just a couple of things that I want to point out before we come to the end of this video. Any non-proprietors, so those being added to the mortgage and will not be on the deeds, should seek independent legal advice to know the ins and outs properly of this arrangement. Also, any family members added to the mortgage but not to the deeds as a non-proprietor cannot remain in the property with you. And lastly, when you're looking at taking out a mortgage, your mortgage term, so the amount of time that the mortgage payments will be spread out for, will usually be based on the age of the eldest applicant. So if your parent or whoever is added to the mortgage is a lot older, then it can make the mortgage payments more expensive because you'll be limited to a shorter mortgage term. If you'd like any further information at all, please don't hesitate to leave us a comment or drop me a message personally and I'll be happy to help. So let's hear from you. What do you find hardest about getting onto the property ladder? Is it saving your deposit, or is it maximising the borrowing to get you the property that you want? Thanks again for watching. I hope you found this useful, and I do look forward to bringing you more content to help you secure your dream home. Bye for now.